welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing Transformers Age of the Prime Deluxe Class Alchemist Prime.
Well done. One of the 13. Nathan, talk us through the box.
So, I'd say you've got Alchemist. It's nice that you've got Alchemist here, both
As usual.
his Jeep and robot. Then you've got a little window here so you can see the figure. Again, the artwork, but I think this is a repetition of another one.
Yeah, it is the same as Solus Primes. So, yeah, even though they do sort of go together, it seems like if they're a deluxe, they might have the same artwork. And that just shows you a little bit of him.
Shows weapons as well.
Yeah, and 17 steps. So, we've already got him out of the box. Oh my days, the cat has... Sorry guys, well, he's gone now, but yeah, he's... Simba!
He always does that though.
He always does that. Right, okay, he's... No. Watch him put him back. Watch him. I've paused it now. Well, I've stopped it. I've stopped showing it now and he'll start doing it again. Anyway, so yeah, we've already got him out of the box. Let's get on to his bot mode.
Okay, so here he is outside the packaging. You can see he's got goggles with a little beard and mustache.
He's got like a little mustache and a goatee, and he's got like glasses / goggles.
You can tell he's like short but beefy.
Yeah. What did you say he looked like when you got him out yesterday, Nathan?
I thought he kind of looks like a mad scientist.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure exactly what Alchemist Prime is. I believe, again, let me know in the comments below if this is right or not. In the Cyberverse TV series, he was a character called Macadam, and he had like a bar on Cybertron, almost like a pub, I suppose, which he could get away with being like an old style Englishman guy.
Yeah, you kind of get it because his name's Alchemist Prime. So it's like, he doesn't sound like he owns a bar.
Yeah, you could put like a little top hat on him and he'd be like a British gentleman sort of.
Although he kind of also looks like he's going to do like mad science or something.
Yeah.
Not do that.
Not do that.
Hopefully not in battle he'll do that. But something.
Yeah, so his weapon, I'm not right. Oh, this is one issue that we have with his hands. They keep popping out, and they don't pop in when you go to transform him.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's both sides. It's not like it's even one side. So, and you can see there's already a bit of stress there on the. So when it's there, the peg seems to, and then it seems to pop out of place. So you have to push it back in, like so it clicks. So yeah, that's a bit concerning. Which this seems to be a common thing with a lot of these primes. This all seem to have
an
issue. Yeah, whether it's limbs popping off or things not quite clicking in as they should do. Which is kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it's a mass market product. It's a mass produced product, so you're going to get a lot more flaws. Overall, anyway, colour scheme, Nathan, what do you think of it?
So again, you can see the forest green.
Yeah.
There's like obviously a bit of silver sprinkled around everywhere, dark grey sprinkled around. Blue one is goggles and a bit of see-through plastic, which will be his wind mirror.
Yeah.
As you can tell. There's also a bit of like tan, yellowy.
It's almost like a really dull gold, isn't it? Like a greenish gold. But overall, I think he looks a pretty neat figure. Let's move on to articulation. So articulation for Alchemist, he has a ball joint head, so he can get a decent amount of movement there. Pretty decent up and down, actually. So yeah. Arms go out. They can go the full 360. There is a swivel just above the elbow, as well as an elbow joint. And again, we have this issue here where the wrist doesn't seem to quite go in properly. Like when you go for transformation, it seems to come out of the little hole there. And again, we're getting a bit of stress there. So probably won't transform this guy very, very much. Hopefully it's not a widespread problem. It may just be a defect for ours. He does have full articulation. You can swivel him for 360 there, just above his hip, his chest pretty much. He has hip, can kick out quite far, can kick out quite far out backwards as well. He has a swivel just above the thigh, as well as a decent knee joint, and he has swivel on his ankles. That's the one. Couldn't think what it was then. Overall, again, nothing really to write home about in terms of articulation. Nothing special. Just, yeah. So let's move on to size comparisons. So for our first comparison, we have the other Deluxe in the primes, Solus Prime. Not much difference.
No.
Pretty decent size. Here he is with Voyager class Primer Prime. Again, you can sort of see the difference. I think they look pretty good together there. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. And last, we have Megatronus, aka the Fallen. Again, you've seen the price difference there. He is a Deluxe, but I think it's a pretty decent comparison size. Looks pretty.
I mean, they kind of fitting together with the dark colours and everything, like a dark foresty green and like a dark purple and black.
Yeah, let's just pull this out a bit more and bring in Primer and Solus.
And this is where you start to get that these three kind of go well together.
Yeah,
and then Primer's just left out. It's like these three are dark and like gloomy colours.
I think Onyx Prime and maybe Alpha Trion, they'll probably break it up a little bit as well, won't they? Because we've already seen renders of them. Okay, and one more comparison. And just so you can see, here he is with Star Optimus, who is, of course, a small, very small, as you'll see on his review, Titan.
Well, you say very small Titan.
Compared to other Titans, he is. Compared to, obviously, Alchemist, he's huge.
I would say he's a small Titan, but not a very small Titan. Compared him to Tidal Wave, he's still sizable.
Well, we will address that in his review. Right now, we're focusing on this little guy here. So let's move on to transformation. So now let's move on to transformation. First off, we open up his chest and we pop his head in there and close his chest. We then pull out his arms, unhook his arms. We can then move on to the feet, which is turn around here, and we open up his legs, and the same with this side. There we go. Fold his legs, fold his feet in like so, and connect. They are fully connected. Maybe have this really far out and we turn it around as well. So now, again, this is where we've had a lot of trouble. It says it's meant to just go in there, but as you can see, it doesn't go in. So we really have to sort of push it in until like I hear the connect. So again, you can see there that the peg for the articulation it pops out when you actually put it in, when you put his hand in. So I have to hear that little click which pushes it out of place. Yeah, so we're not going to transform this guy very often. I don't think we'll be transforming him often. Once that is done, you sort of maneuver the arms. You can, on this part, I think it should do them up, or is it down? No, yeah, fold them out a bit. That's then going to go here, and these are going to turn around like so. So you have this tab here, and the doors sort of like doors here. So the hips and that have moved a little bit out there. Again with the other side, so you close it in and then have the arms facing like this. just a little bit. I might have gone a bit too far. There we go. Oh, and it's popped out there. 1 sec. Right, let me undo this. Get the arm back in. Oh dear. Trying to make sure that I get all of this in. Right. So bring his arm around. And it does tab in into his legs. And his arms will also tab in to one another. There we go. So let's get them tabbed in, and then we can line it all up. So it just sort of, it's one of those where it slides in from, there we go. Now, yeah, Nathan's just on his PC while I do all the hard work here. On his phone. Oh, there we go. On his phone instead. Right. That's the issue. So let me do this part is just about lining up, really. I've twisted it a little bit here, so I just need. Oh, now his wheels popped off. That's not happened before. That's something new. Let me just line him up a bit so we can get him on here. This was much easier yesterday. This was a lot easier yesterday. And why is that not lining up now? Right, so we know you've got 2 tabs here as well. And then, in theory, it should just, for some reason, this one seems a bit, let me undo that. Line them up. Sorry guys, I'm just going to try and fiddle around with this a bit more. Sorry guys, just a bit of a problem. So this one wasn't really bent. You sort of bend it a little bit as well, and then it should all click into place. It's not 100% neat. It does pop out a little bit. This screen then lifts up and folds in. You do have these little tabs here, which it does tab into. You might need to sort of maneuver it like that. And yep, there we go. There he is there he is transformed. Let's see what Nathan thinks of him in his alt mode. So first off, we have him with Solus Deluxe, both Deluxes. That kind of shows you how small she really is, because he's a lot bulkier, isn't he?
I'd say they're about the same length, about.
Yeah, roughly. Not too. There's not much in it. It's not a significant difference, is it?
Width, roughly the same.
I would say he's a bit bulkier. Yeah, he looks a bit. So let's try and get that right in there.
The height as well.
Yeah, he's got a bit more height and a bit more girth about him. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Let's move on to Primer. So here he is with Voyager Primer. Again, he's quite. This is one where Primer's a little bit wider, about the same height, and I think Primer is just that little bit longer.
Yeah, they're both trucks, so it's like.
Yeah, he fits in well, doesn't he?
Although I'd say Primer's more of a Cybertronian truck.
Yeah, he looks more almost like a moon buggy, doesn't he? Primer. Okay, last comparison. Slightly mistransformed. Just ignore that for now. But yeah, here he is with the Fallen Megatronus. Again, this is where you'll see the significance, because obviously Megatronus is a leader, and he's significantly bigger in pretty much every way. But I think he does look good. I think he sort of fits in with the other primes as well. So let's move on to final thoughts. So Nathan, overall, what do you think of Alchemist?
So overall, I'd say he's quite a solid figure. I'd say I do like the Jeep mode more than the robot mode.
Oh, fair enough.
The one thing that still bugs me is those wheels. They just don't fit in. Because, like, yeah, the Jeep looks like it's from Earth, but the wheels don't.
Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, he isn't from Earth.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you get what I mean. Although it does look kind of Earth-like, it doesn't look as Cybertronian as, say, like Megatronus or.
Right. Okay. So it probably looks too Earth-like, but they're not earthly enough. Is what you're saying?
The wheels.
Yeah.
The wheels aren't like Earth-like enough to fit in with the Earth-like design.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Well, we will leave it there. We have another video tomorrow where we will be reviewing Age of the Primes Deluxe Vortex. So look forward to that. Either tomorrow or the next day. Not too sure if we're going to do these one every day or every other day. But anyway, Nathan, take it away.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, and we hope to see you in the next one.
See you soon. Bye.